Hi, folks, welcome back. I thought I'd follow up yesterday's record haul from the Kendal Record Fair with a short video, which is a competition entry. This is for Glen Kellaway's From the Basement channel and his drive to 1,000 subs, which I've noticed he's exceeded already. Anyway, I wasn't really aware of Glen's channel until I saw the competition entries done by John Bellamy and Richard the Vinylizing Progger. So I've checked his channel out. He seems a really nice guy, speaks well, and has some great taste in music. He's a deadhead, so of course he has great taste in music. His competition is quite easy in theory. It's to show 3 prog albums. So being a prog head, how could I not actually take part? Though I've said it was easy in theory, in execution it was more difficult for me because I've been going over it in my head for a number of days now, trying to think, what should I show? Didn't want to be obvious, but should I go with my favorite albums? Trying to think of a theme. Gave up in the end. I was going to show where it all started for me in terms of prog, and that was with Focus. That was not just where it started in terms of prog, but in terms of my love of music as well. But Richard's already shown the Focus album. So let's see what I've come up with after all that. Thought I'd start off with a classic, and one I've never shown. In fact, I've never shown any of these albums, and that is 666 by Aphrodite's Child, the Greek band that introduced Vangelis to the world, and also included Demis Roussos on bass and vocals. Demis Roussos becoming a housewife's favourite across Europe in the early 70s with his kaftan. This was recorded in 1970, wasn't released until 1972 on the Vertigo label. Aphrodite's Child, like I said, were from Greece, but I think spent all of their career in France. They did 2 albums before this of a sort of baroque psychedelic pop nature, but this is full-blown prog with still the psychedelic elements. Absolutely superb album, and it's a double concept album based on, as you can guess from the title, on the Book of Revelations. Wonderful stuff. One of my favourite albums of all time, prog or otherwise. So that's my first choice. Prog, he was born generally thought to be born in the UK with proto-prog bands like the Moodies, Procol Harum, the Beatles. The first prog album, its proper prog album, is generally considered to be King Crimson's In the Court of the Crimson King, but it quickly spread across the world. Italy had a massive prog scene, as did Germany with a krautrock scene, Scandinavia, France. So I thought I'd choose something from as far afield as I could find, and I've come up with this album by the band Osiris, who were from that land so well known for prog, Bahrain. This was recorded in 1982, was their first album, I think they're still going. It's very much in that sort of neo-prog vein, very influenced by Camel. So, but I wouldn't call it a classic. But if you like that simplified neo-prog, sort of less complex type of prog, then this one might be worth checking out. As I said, they're still around. I think they did an album back in 2020, though I don't know if it's still in the same style. So that's Osiris from Bahrain. Now, it was generally considered that prog died in the 80s, and to a large extent it wasn't smelling too good. But since the 90s and into the 2000s, it seems to have reared its head again, and there are some superb bands doing prog albums these days, particularly out of Scandinavia. But another country that's doing a lot of great stuff at the moment is Italy, and I wanted to show this album by Höstsonaten with Symphony No. 1, Cupid and Psyche. This is an album from 2016. Oops. Höstsonaten is the band of the musician Fabio Zuffanti, who came to prominence in the 90s with his band Finisterre, who did about 4 or 5 albums, but he's been associated with so many other bands, offshoots. He's done 6 solo albums. Apart from Höstsonaten, he's also done, he's behind the band La Maschera di Cera, who are a superb band. I've just got only one of their albums, but I want to find more. This is wonderful stuff, very sort of neoclassical in nature. Fabio is the bassist and the composer, but the other main guy in the band is Luca Sciarani, who is the keyboard player. But also on here you get brass and woodwind, string quartet. Like I said, very neoclassical in nature, brilliant prog, which shows that prog is not dead. Right, that's my 3 for the competition. Good luck to everybody. Hope to see you soon. Bye.